What's happening, my film nerds? David, the Film Junkie here. Welcome to the Wednesday Weekend Warrior video. That's right, I haven't done one of these in a long time, and I apologize for that, but I figured I'd better bring it back this week because a little tiny movie coming out this weekend that a lot of people are looking forward to. So I thought, yes, I need to bring back this video segment, which just means I'm going to read off the Rotten Tomato ratings. That's right. And I think a lot of people have been paying attention to Rotten Tomatoes in the past 24 hours. So let's dive right into it, folks. But let's look at that other movie that's coming out this weekend. That's right, My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2. Now, a lot of people might go, how stupid? Why would they go up against, the other movie? Well, that other movie is not for everybody. This is a totally different crowd. It's actually pretty smart if you think about it. While everybody's in line for the other movie, the parents and stuff get to go watch this movie. But yeah, not doing so well. It's currently at a 26% Rotten, of course. 8 Fresh, 23 Rotten. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see the first one. I know my mom liked the first one, so that's about it. It's all right. Anyways, guys, let's get into the meat and potatoes of this video. Batman versus Superman: A Dawn of Justice. Yeah, 34% and still falling. That's right. Now, this is pretty disappointing. It's disappointing a lot of people. It's making a lot of people happy as well. And it's currently sitting at this rating right now, 133 reviews, 45 fresh, 88 rotten. And the critics' consensus is Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice smothers a potentially powerful story and some of America's most iconic superheroes in a grim whirlwind of effects-driven action. Still sounds kind of awesome to me, I'm not going to lie. Now we can all piss and moan, we can all hate on these critics, and that's what people do. It's kind of funny how we react to Rotten Tomatoes, because when it's a good rating, like when Deadpool came out and it was 100% for like 2 weeks before it dropped down just a little bit, but it did end up being certified fresh at like 84%, that was being thrown around everywhere. Like, look at this, Deadpool, the critics love it, So now that the critics are shitting on Batman vs. Superman, now it's like those same people are going, fuck the critics, fuck what they have to say, I fucking hate all of them, let's set fire to their houses and blah, blah, blah. What the fuck do they know? And then I'm just going, whoa, let's take it easier. Then you got the other side of it. The haters, the people that have hated this idea for this movie and just really just want to be assholes about everything, they are loving this. They are celebrating. They probably have parties. They're probably having Rotten Tomato parties right now, just celebrating the fact that this is happening. Even though this is not going to hurt the movie's still going to make a cajillion dollars no matter what, and it's still going to continue this franchise. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So why are the critics hating this movie so much? Well, there's a couple of theories that I have, but I can't really give my full-on opinion because I haven't seen the movie yet, sadly. I'm seeing it tomorrow. My review will be up tomorrow night. And, I will say that I'm going into the movie now with a little less expectations, I guess you could say, which actually could be a good thing because it'll most likely be better than I'm thinking now. I know after watching and reading reviews, I've read some really scathing reviews, and I've also read some stellar reviews where they just lift this movie up and just like say this is like the best movie ever. I've read both sides. I've watched some YouTube reviewers that I follow, and I've seen what they have to say about it, and it just seems like the consensus is the plot really suffers, and obviously there's a lot going into this movie, and I think a lot of people just were not ready for everything that was crammed into this movie. They'd just be blown all over their face, neck, and chest, man. I tell you what. So let's look at this one by Travis Hobson of The Examiner. Okay, he says, the man knows how to make a movie that speaks the fanboy language, and Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice speaks it well. Keyword: fanboy. Now, did Zack Snyder and crew decide to really just say, you know what, fuck this, we're gonna make a movie just for the fanboys? Is that the case? Yes, this could very well be the case, because my channel, obviously the majority of my videos had to do with Batman vs. Superman. I've been covering this movie since it was announced, and I think a lot of my fans of this channel love that and have just been totally on board with this movie. And I've gotten a lot of tweets and messages in the past few days about how great this movie is, talking about best superhero movie ever, the DC Universe references blew minds, the ending and everything like that. And I'm just going, okay, that's cool, but what about these critics and these people who aren't familiar with the source material that are sitting in the movie theater going, what the fuck is going on, while the guy in the Batman shirt or the Superman shirt is cheering his balls off because of what was just said on the screen. So that could be a problem right there. That can be a problem. It's not, is it smart? Not exactly, but in our little fanboy nation, our little DC universe, yeah, very well could be. And then we got one from Richard Roper here, which I'm actually surprised by this. He actually gave a positive rating. Richard Roper, Chicago Sun-Times, he actually used to do the show with Robert what the fuck's his name? Ebert. I can't think of his first name. Holy shit, just drawing a blank. He replaced Gene Siskel, Roger Ebert, right? Sorry, guys. And I'm actually surprised. He says, when it sings, Dawn of Justice is a wonder. When it drags, it still looks good and offers hints of a better scene just around the corner. I'm actually pretty surprised. I thought he would actually shit on it as well. That's great. So it's just kind of weird how it really is mixed. As much as there's more negative, with the top critics, there's kind of just a mixed bag here. But what everybody's really saying, I have not seen a negative review about a certain character in this movie, and that of course is Ben Affleck's Batman. Look right here. It just seems like everybody is loving Ben Affleck's Batman, which is great because that was one of the biggest fucking outrages that the internet had when they announced the casting of him. It's pretty fucking nuts. But I haven't really seen a negative review, really not really about any of the characters. Everybody keeps saying that the performances are really strong. Maybe Jesse Eisenberg has been the only one that I've seen been shit on. But other than that, everybody's been praising the performances. Okay, and now, so there you go right there. You got is this movie strictly for the fanboys? Very well could be, and that could be why a lot of people who aren't the fanboys, normal moviegoers, are just not going to like this movie. Now we got the other side of this other theory that I have. And like I said, these are just theories. I haven't seen the movie yet. I'm just kind of just going by what I've seen on the internet. If you want to piss and moan at me, because there's a guy, because I talked about this on my other channel, on one of my vlogs, and some guy went out of his way because I turned off the comments because I didn't want any spoilers to be revealed on the comments. He went out of his way to go onto another video to just write this stupid half-brained fucking dim-witted paragraph about why I was wrong about this, comparing him to Michael Bay and shit like that. And I'm just like, you're a fucking asshole. You're an idiot and get a life. Anyway, so we got Kenneth Turan, or Toron, whatever, Los Angeles Times. He's been reviewing movies forever. He gives a positive review and says, while the Marvel Universe, now owned by Disney, is glib and sunny, it's a nice echo of Warner's past as a home to gangsters and gritty melodramas to find its DC world operating very much on the dark end of the street. There you go. We got that Marvel shadow now, okay? Marvel has really just steamrolled everybody and just bringing their characters to life in such a good way. It's such a bright way, humorous, such likable characters that DC, of course, did not want to do the exact same thing, striving to do the different thing, which, yes, is that totally smart? Not exactly, but it's also something different. And it is nice that they're doing that they're taking a darker tone, especially with Batman. And it just seems like I said, everybody can agree that Batman is just fucking awesome in this movie. So we got that. I mean, look what superhero movie that we're coming off of back in February. Deadpool. That movie does not take anything seriously. It was great. It was humorous, and everybody loved it. And that's what's so great about these genres, that they could take different angles, and it just seems like people are still coming off of Marvel stuff, seeing this and still just being like, no, I can't get around this. Now again, I haven't seen the movie, and I know that there's plot issues. I know this, folks, and I'm sure I'm going to have my issues with this movie. And then we have a review right here from Rolling Stone's Peter Travers. Snyder, juiced up by Hans Zimmer's caffeinated score, throws everything at the screen until resistance is futile. That's pretty good. It's pretty good right there. So it seems like there's a lot of top critics that actually did enjoy this movie, which is pretty great to see. And there's just a lot of critics that actually put Zack Snyder in the category of Michael Bay and Adam Sandler, where no matter what those guys put out, they're just going to shit on it. They're going to shit on it, and it's sad. It's sad that that's the case. I mean, I've actually seen reviews that are just saying, stop Zack Snyder, he's ruining everything, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you just... When it comes to, those were not top critics. You can't be really biased when it comes to this shit right there. But yeah, a lot of people just hate on Zack Snyder, even though a lot of his movies are well received, which is, it baffles me, but whatever. But it just seems like that's part of it too. So that's pretty much the theories of why I think like this shit is happening. You know, I mean, yes, did they fuck up? Most likely. It's kind of when a movie's been worked on for 3 years, it shouldn't get this much negativity, I don't think. You know, I think they did try to cram. It's looking like they tried to cram way too much in this movie. A lot of things dragged. And, you know, you think like spending that much time on a movie, this should not be the case. It should be the other way around. And I even predicted that this movie was going to be like in the 70 percentile, and boy was I wrong. And it sucks that I was. It kind of brought me down a little bit yesterday. So it does suck that that's the case, and I'm sure that there's errors made, and it looks like it's not so much that maybe it's the movie itself, but it's just like who the movie was targeted, maybe, who knows. But I also find this last review right here from Time Magazine, Stephanie Zacharek, really funny. It's a rotten review, and it says, as superhero spectacles go, Zack Snyder's Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice is a grand one with a mondo operatic climax and a final shot infused with quivering, exhilarating molecules of grace. It's also not much fun. Almost sounds like a positive review, except for that last part. Not that much fun. Again, you go back to the Marvel movies that are full of fun. Really full of fun. So, that's just, that one just always... I found that one funny because it seemed like it was a positive review, but it just, that last part of it was like, nope, it's not that much fun. So, yeah, it's pretty interesting, guys. You know, when it comes down to it, no, and I hate when I see people that just really go by the Rotten Tomato ratings. Like, they wait for these reviews to let them know, like, oh, I'm not going to see this movie, or I am going to see this movie, depending on what the critics say. And it just doesn't make sense to me. Yes, it's nice to have that backup when it comes to these movies, but you should still just go see a movie just to see the fucking movie. You don't need other people to judge that for you. Live your own life. Go see the movie. Don't listen to other people. If you want to see the movie, go see the movie. It just baffles my mind that people have to do that. They just can't like live their lives themselves, it seems. They have to wait and see, and then of course, you know, it's just crazy, folks. So I'm sorry I rambled on, and this is a long ass video, but I felt like it needed to be a little bit just because I wanted to talk about certain things. But let me know your thoughts about it down below, guys. I'm not going to turn off the comments on this one. Hopefully there's not going to be spoilers in there, because a lot of people have seen it. Of course, there's going to be some of the haters and assholes out there that are gonna hate me and hate my guts for what I had to say, which is fine. You know, it's free country, right? Free speech. You know, go for it. Lay into me. I don't give a fuck. So yeah, let me know your thoughts about it down below in the balls area, guys. I'll talk to you later. And thank you for watching, you beautiful people. You go ahead and hit that like, thumbs up button if you'd be so kind. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Subscribe to my other channel too. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and visit filmjunkie.com for all my videos.